A Corsicana ISD school administrator described in graphic detail the classroom attack that left her severely injured. Hello, I'm Steve Eager. Kendra Rogers read a statement to the media, taking no questions, as she described being under attack from the moment she entered the classroom. Fox 4's Sean Rabb in studio with her story. Sean.
Steve, under attack from chairs being hurled, attempting to defend herself and another administrator. She was struck by an object in the face that's taking something precious, both physically and emotionally. Kendra Rogers, holding hands with her husband Eugene, followed by family, walks into the Corsicana ISD boardroom, reliving August 15th, the urgent call for help at Collins Intermediate in a classroom for students with behavioral issues. The teacher trying to calm an out-of-control student.
When I arrived, the teacher and students were outside the classroom. One student was holding his head, having been assaulted by the student remaining in the classroom.
What she describes is a violent confrontation, much more than what the district called a classroom disruption.
He picked up a chair and acted as if he would throw it. He finally did throw it at me, but I caught it midair. He picked up another chair to throw at me when another assistant principal entered the room. I used the first chair to block the second. He picked up a third and threw it at the other assistant principal, and I used that initial chair to block the one that he threw at her. After blocking the chair thrown at the other assistant principal, he threw a wooden hanger at me, but I couldn't stop it fast enough. The hanger hit me in my right eye and knocked it out of the socket. I grabbed my blood was pouring out of my head and stumbled out of the classroom door.
Rogers care flighted to Parkland, emergency surgery to try and save her eye.
Doctors were able to reinsert my eye. However, they determined that I've been blinded, and they currently believe that my damage is permanent.
She says it's time for the state to reevaluate the education code and how marginalized students are disciplined.
Overly aggressive students need services to meet their needs, but I do not believe the safety of other students and the educational staff should suffer.
It's not the child's fault per se, but it is the child's fault. It has to be dealt with. You can't just say, well, you know, this person has a mental condition, so we'll let it go.
Attorney George Ashford is not part of this case, but works in both the adult and juvenile system. Ashford says if the boy is charged, it would be a first-degree felony assault. The boy was released to his parents and must stay in a restricted place. But there will have to be a determination made about his conduct that will include psychiatric evaluations.
As severe as his actions were, as they've been described to me, and knowing in fact that he does already have a mental health condition, Sean, I can probably almost say for sure, and his age, you know, him being so young, that's probably going to be inevitable.
The longtime educator says the governor and the legislature are complicit in what happened to her because they failed to fund public schools adequately to meet needs and mandates. The amount of state money per student unchanged since 2019.
I believe in public school education, but what happened to me should never happen to another educator.
Rogers and her husband, who's the Corsicana High School head football coach, taught in many public school districts. Her injury impacting countless numbers. Doctors have said her blindness is permanent and she may lose her eye. She says she's praying and believing for a miracle that her eyesight will be restored, and those many former students believing with her.
Hi, Sean, I have a question quickly, if you don't mind. We didn't hear anything about this. It's like the school locked it down and almost seemed to underplay it. Her injuries are very serious. What was the story behind not saying anything or seeming to play it down?
So the district had no words today after she gave her statement. I can tell you only, Steve, there were HIPAA concerns about her physical injuries, but other than that, the district called it a classroom disruption,
right,
clearly,
which is much more,
with another student being assaulted also, much more
yeah.
than a classroom disruption.
All right. Sean Rabb, thank you.